I've gone back and forth about sharing this for a long time. Not because I'm afraid people won't believe me, but because I don't have an explanation for what happened, and saying it out loud makes it feel real again. I'm not claiming anything supernatural. I don't know what it was. I only know what I experienced. A few years ago, I moved into a small apartment complex on the edge of the city. 6 units total, cheap rent, older building. The kind of place you take when you need somewhere fast and don't ask too many questions. When the landlord handed me the keys, he paused before letting go. "You're in 3B, he said. "Just don't bother the guy in 3A. I asked what he meant. "He keeps to himself," he said. "Always has." That should have been the first warning. The first thing I noticed about my neighbor wasn't something he did. It was what he didn't do. I never heard him. No footsteps, no doors, no TV, no voices. But the light in his apartment was always on. Day or night, there was a thin strip of yellow light glowing beneath the door to 3A. It never flickered, never shut off, even during a power outage that hit the rest of the building. The hallway smelled faintly different near his door. Not rotten, not strong, just old. Like dust that had been sitting undisturbed for decades. I told myself it was nothing. I didn't see him until about a week after I moved in. I was coming home late, and someone was standing at the end of the hallway, facing the wall instead of the doors. Tall, thin, too still. I said, "Hey," out of instinct. He turned his head slowly. His face is hard to describe. Not deformed, not frightening in a normal way, just wrong. Like my eyes couldn't quite settle on the details. His gaze didn't meet mine. It felt like he was looking through me. He smiled. Then he stepped into apartment 3A and closed the door. I stood there for a long time after. Things started happening gradually. My Wi-Fi dropped every night at exactly 1:13 a.m. Packages delivered during the day went missing. Online camera footage from the hallway skipped over short chunks of time. At night, when I was half asleep, I heard movement next door. Not walking, dragging, shuffling. Careful, slow rearranging sounds. And the moment I became fully awake, it stopped. One night, I decided to introduce myself. I wanted to end the tension, prove to myself I was imagining things. I knocked on the door to 3A. Once, twice, 3 times. Nothing. But I could hear breathing, right on the other side of the door. Before I could step back, a voice spoke, not from behind the door, but close to my ear. "Not yet." I stumbled backward. The hallway was empty. The door never opened. I didn't sleep that night. After that, the dreams started. I would dream I was standing in my apartment, watching myself sleep. I could hear my own breathing, feel my heartbeat, but I couldn't move. There was always someone standing in the corner of the room, tall, thin, smiling. When I woke up from those dreams, my bedroom door was open. I lock it every night. One morning, I found a note taped to my door. No handwriting, printed letters. "You move around too much at night." I bought a small camera that day and set it up facing my bedroom door. That night, I slept with the lights on. The footage was normal until 1:13 a.m. At that exact moment, the video glitched. When it came back, the camera angle had changed. It was no longer facing the door, it was facing me, from inside the room. I watched myself sit up in bed and stare directly into the lens. I don't remember doing that. In the reflection of the window behind me, someone else was standing there. I went to the landlord the next morning. I told him everything. He didn't look surprised. "You shouldn't have interacted with him," he said quietly. I asked him who he was. He hesitated before answering. "Apartment 3A was never supposed to be rented," he said. It's not on the original plans. I asked why someone was living there. He shook his head. He's not living there, he said. He's staying. That night, the light under 3A's door went out for the first time. At 1:13 a.m., my power cut off. I heard my door open. Footsteps crossed my apartment. They stopped beside my bed. I felt breath on my face. "You're learning," the voice whispered. "That's good." The next morning, the building had a for sale sign out front. The landlord was gone. My lease termination email was already in my inbox. On my kitchen counter sat a set of keys, labeled 3A. I moved out that day. I live somewhere else now. Different building, different city. I didn't think about it for a long time, until last night. I woke up at 1:13 a.m. The hallway light outside my apartment was on, and under the door across from mine, a thin strip of yellow light glowed. It never flickered, never turned off. And I finally understood something I wish I hadn't. I never had a neighbor. I was just next.